Happy Friday. I'm Rebecca Turco in for Eric Levy. Here are the stories we're tracking for you this afternoon. Storm debris collection is underway at New Smyrna Beach. Sky 13 flew over the area today. Residents are asked to sort debris into separate piles for vegetative debris, construction and demolition debris, and appliances. And starting today, FEMA is going door to door, visiting the hardest hit areas in Flagler County to aid residents. Representatives will be in Daytona North, the Bull Creek area, Beverly Beach, Southern and Mainland Flagler Beach, the Bullo area off John Anderson Parkway, and the Washington Oaks area. And the deadline to register to vote in next month's election is this upcoming Tuesday. The Orange County Supervisor of Elections office will be open tomorrow from 9 to 4 to help get you registered. The office will also be open until 6 on Monday. Now let's get a check of your weather with certified chief meteorologist Brian Carrick. And Brian, such a lovely day out today.
Hey, Rebecca, yeah, you couldn't ask for better here.
Well, as we navigate a path to recovery post-Hurricane Ian, FEMA representatives are on the ground in one of the hardest hit areas of Central Florida, Winter Springs in Seminole County. And that's where we find Spectrum News 13's Asher Wildman live. Asher, what are people telling you out there? Asher, thank you. And FEMA representatives will be at mobile registration intake centers this weekend and Monday to help those wanting to apply for assistance. Tomorrow, there will be a site at Westmont Park in Altamont Springs. Sunday, it's at Midway Park in Sanford. And Monday's location is Harvest Time International in Sanford. The centers are open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And looking more into just how much Ian's impact has on Florida, federal emergency officials expect to be on the ground for years. Nearly 3,000 FEMA staffers are all over Southwest Florida, where Ian made landfall last Wednesday. That's in addition to 1,300 other federal personnel. According to FEMA, 250,000 Floridians have been registered for direct federal aid.
What I would recommend is for all survivors who are homeowners, please call your insurance company as your first step. FEMA will not be able to pay you until you get your insurance settlement or at least a notification from your insurance company on what they will cover.
Ian is shaping up to be the deadliest storm to hit our state since 1935. Next, a neighborhood in Osceola County is hoping more help is on the way as many continue to be trapped by floodwaters. The water level in many spots of the Sherwood Forest community is just too high for folks to leave their homes and the area. People there with larger trucks are helping shepherd food and other supplies out to those who are trapped.
When they hear the horn, if they're in the house, they come out, and that's how we give them the help.
State Representative Victor Torres, who represents this part of Osceola County, says the residents here need more help from FEMA. A local water company was out repairing some pumps that had stopped working in hopes of bringing down those water levels. And for all the families who have been displaced, there's the uncertainty of finding a place to live. And of course, there are money struggles. So now a hotel owner in Orange County is taking action to give people somewhere to sleep. The IHRMC Hotels and Resorts Group is offering cheaper rates to displaced families for the next several weeks. People like Sam and Joyce Hunt, who say they were told to leave the Good Samaritan Village in Kissimmee on Tuesday. They say they lost everything when their unit flooded.
We're only on Social Security, and most of these places are out of our financial reach. You know, and it'd be great if some of these apartment communities could get together, and people that have been in this storm have lost their homes, for these apartments to give them some kind of cheaper rate.
According to the hotel group's president, there are currently about 200 rooms being occupied by families. And floodwaters continue to rise along the St. Johns River, and the points where measurements are taken are still experiencing major flooding. There is some good news, though. Some areas will only see a slight increase. Here's a look at our flood map. You can see the magenta points along the St. Johns River. That's where there's major flooding still. DeLand will see an increase of about 4 inches of rain between now and Sunday. It's a bit of a different story, though, in Astor, where major flooding is happening, but water levels will will only go up less than an inch over the weekend. The current level is 4.47 feet, which is about 2 feet above what's considered flood stage. 4.6 is the record. Flood stage is the gauge height for a location when water begins creating a hazard to lives and property. Katie Strite joins us from Astor this afternoon. She tells us what she's seen there since the storm. Next, weekend travel changes coming up on Spectrum News 13, how road and ramp closures are looking following Hurricane Ian in your drive time update. But first, let's head it on over to Brian. Brian, I'm going to take the sunshine while it lasts.
Yeah, got the sunshine tie on just simply because it is gorgeous.